Woo! Yes. 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 Hello, everybody. How we feeling? How we doing? Steve Dangle here. It's lovely to see you. Welcome to the SDPN YouTube channel for a live stream. And holy crap, Cassie has already dropped a 50 piece on us. If you are new to the streams, first of all, welcome to the wonder that is the Cassie clan. You can you can become an STP VIP while watching these streams. Bottom right corner, the little dollar sign. You can either gift memberships or buy your own, or you can do super chat or whatever. Cassie didn't waste any time. Boom! Dropped a 50 piece right on her head. She donated or gifted rather 50 gift memberships. If Cassie, it's completely random how they're selected. If you're one of the people who were randomly selected to get a gift membership from Cassie, say thank you. The Cassie clan. Woo. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Speaking of unbelievable, Leafs taking on the Montreal Canadiens. The Leafs don't have Austin Matthews again. And Drew and I, before the show, were trying to figure out how good the Leafs have been without Matthews. What was their record again, Drew? 36-19-2 in 57 games? Oh, the squeezable lemon with 20 gift memberships. Thank you. And you did throw me off, Cassie. Holy cow. If you got one from the squeezable lemon, say thank you. So the Leafs are 36-19-2 without Matthews in 57 games. That is an 0.649 points percentage, which would be good enough to have them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It would be good enough to have them 9th in the league. The Leafs without Matthews are a top 10 team. Wow. The Leafs at that pace would have been tied with the Rangers for the President's Trophy last year. Are you serious? And I think the only reason it's so low right now is the Leafs have actually done this. The Leafs doing this pace over 57 games is more impressive than almost any team and their start so far right now. The Jets obviously made history, becoming the first team to win 14 out of their first 15 games. Why isn't it 15 out of 15? We know the answer why. But like there are a bunch of teams in the NHL who essentially haven't lost yet. The Jets are 14-1. The Hurricanes are 10-2. The Wild are 10-2-2. The Panthers are 10-3-1. Vegas is 9-3-2. The Rangers are 8-3-1. The Canucks are 7-2-3. You got to go down all the way to the Caps to get a team with 4 losses in regulation because it's early. The numbers are wonky. The numbers are weird. The teams that are winning seem like they'll never stop. The teams that are losing feel like they'll never win. Michael Borland, exciting few days. Leafs versus Habs tonight. Ridley Gregg butt whooping on Tuesday. Is this the Leafs' first game that counts against Ridley Gregg since the Morgan Riley thing? Ooh. Duncan says Nylander or Marner. Well, actually, they said Marnier, which I think is better. Nylander or Marner? Obviously Nylander, right, Steve? 88. I mean, just based on the playoffs, yeah, I prefer Nylander. But in terms of performance this season, I think people are sleeping on Marner a little bit. He's got to score more, obviously. He scored last game. But I've really liked his game. It's November. This team will not be judged based off of what they do in November. You get it. Yada, 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 yada. We've talked about this all before. From Freya, Steve, how are you feeling about Wool and Net? I feel great. I feel great. Um, Everyone keeps asking me, Wool or Stolers. I mean, I would just be completely making it up if I told you anybody but Anthony Stolers right now. He's unbelievable. Let me just fix my light a little bit there. Stolers is unbelievable right now. And if the playoffs began today, Stolers would be the Leafs' number one goalie. No ifs, ands, or buts. They don't start tonight, though. So let's keep it going. There's 82 games. That's so many games. Shout out to Adam Wild, who's in here. Cassie, you don't need to know, is the NHL selling Four Nations jerseys? If so, when? So I don't know when they're going to start selling them. I can tell you to expect Four Nations Cup content out of SDPN. Four Nations face-off, sorry. Oh, Avril Lavigne is in an Uber Eats commercial now. Who's Canada's starter? Asked producer Drew. Boy, no one wants to hear Jordan Binnington, but if it's not him, then who? Montembeault? The Toronto bias says Montembeault because he was so good against them. I don't know if you've been keeping tabs. Oof. Darcy Kemper is 4-1 for LA. Isn't he even better than that? I think he's like 4-0-3 or something like that. And he has a shutout. Oh, that's crazy. Boy, it would be real nice if Aiden Hill picked up his socks and was like just straight up really good. He started the season so wonky. What's he at now? Let me see. I drafted him in fantasy. It was one of my regrets. I had a horrible draft this year. Last year, I felt like I killed it. This year, bleh. Oh my. Okay, so when they won the cup, Vegas, he was a 9-15. He was 16-7-1. He didn't even play that many games. The next year, he also didn't play that many games. 19-12-2 and 909. It's good. It's good. This year in 9 games, he's still somehow 6-2-1, despite the fact that his save percentage is 881. 881. Ilya Samsonov has played 5 games for Vegas. He's 3-1-1 with a 906 save percentage. Okay. Windwalker 57. Sorry I couldn't contribute to Rachel's Raiders this year. That's okay. We'll talk about that. I've had to reprioritize my charitable giving due to urgent needs down here in the States. That's all good. That is all good. If you've ever donated ever, that's a lot. That's helpful. That's something. Steve, did Adam get the All-Star program? And also, have you explained who Peter Puck is? I still haven't. And what's the All-Star program? Is that a workout routine? Are you going to make me do push-ups midstream? I don't want to. Tor. Quinn Hughes is the number 1 player in the NHL. Boy, Canucks fans do not want to hear anything about Quinn Hughes even being the second best defenseman right now. Oh, is Kel McCarr on a faster pace than Quinn Hughes to 300 assists, Drew? Yeah, so Drew is we got to get like a Drew mic. Apparently some Jets fans are like, "Man, the Jets would actually be getting attention for being 14-1 if they were like the Leafs. If they were like what? hockey fan is not talking about the Winnipeg Jets. What? The NHL is talking about it on their main account. It's on Sportsnet every time they win. It's on TSN every time they win. It's all over the internet. Like, I don't. What are you talking about? There's enough controversy in the NHL. You don't have to make it up. You don't have to make it up. Um, Producer Drew just asked me a very depressing question. Can I name the 7 Canadian goalies with an above 900 save percentage this year? Or just the 2 with an above 910? Montembeau's got to be over 900. He's at 892? Oh my god. Oh my god. So he's been so bad since that Leafs game. Oh, Doug Leafan, the All-Star program that you gave me in North London. I haven't given it to Adam yet. It's in my house. I do got to give that to him. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Logan Thompson? He's he's 903, so he's above 900 but not above 910. I know it's not Aiden Hill already. I'm pretty sure it's not Jordan Binnington. Joel Hofer? Nope. He's 903. Okay, so he's another. Oh my god. It's not Stuart Skinner. Devin Levi? Oh my god. You don't think I'm gonna get the Mackenzie Blackwood? Oh, 894. He's on the Sharks though. Dustin Wolf? Man! One of them is 4-2 with a shutout. Okay, so they're like a backup. They may have won the Justus Annunen. No, yeah, just tell me. Yeah. Eric Comrie, 914. Who's he even with? The Jets, right? Yeah, yeah. I should have got that. And Cam Talbot, who's a 926 and was good yesterday. He might end up being Canada's goalie. You're absolutely right, Drew. Rye Guy, the Fire Guy, says, "Are we going to see a Leafy win or a Leafy loss?" The Leafs aren't really in Leafy position right now. Like they've won their last couple. They've got a bunch of power play goals. It'd be cool to score at 5-on-5. That'd be nice. The only Leafy scenario here is if they blow it. Like if they have the lead and they blow it. But like Leafy, I consider to be like, oh, they whoop Tampa, and then the next night you get demolished by the Blue Jackets. While you're here, everybody, click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Do we have score predictions for tonight, everybody? If you're a Durham resident or someone willing to drive, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a book signing at the Chapters in Ajax, Ontario, a location that I like very much because I live there. Drew says, "Are you going to run there?" No, I am not. By the way, how many of you watched last night's LFR and were like, "Damn, Steve looks awful"? I was hungover for the first time in about a year. Played 2 hockey games that day. I had to go to an event after that, and I was a very sleepy boy by the time I had to shoot that video. I just I have this giant monitor to make sure I'm in focus that Drew told me to get, and he was right. And as soon as I turned it on yesterday, I was just like, "Ugh." Oh my god, Steven, you look terrible. I should have stolen some of my wife's makeup. You're right. I've definitely worn makeup in LFR videos. So Montembeau is 3-6-1 with an 892 save percentage, which means he's 2-6-1 since opening night against the Leafs. Something I'd like to fix. Joseph Woll is 1-2, losing record, 892 save percentage. I'd like him to have a real good game, and I'd like to get him to 500 here. He hasn't been as good as Stolarz. I think everyone would acknowledge that. He's been fine. I think he's had the Leafs in every game that he's played. He can be better. The Leafs without Matthews are typically really good defensively in terms of like shots allowed, goals allowed. Like we talked about off the top of the stream, it's confusing. Producer Drew is asking, does Caulfield get to... He's on pace for 59? Wow. Does he get to 50 or 60? Puck is dropped, by the way, in this game as Riley dumps it. Boy, the Habs are leaking oil, though. Like, every season, the injury bug seems to kill them. So, like, I'm going to wait until, like, Christmas. I mean, the easy answer right now is no. Because, like, the Habs started last season pretty good. And whether it's team success or individual success, they have a hard time holding on to it. And they do. Oh my God, Max Pacioretty demolished Caden Gooley. Is he getting a penalty? No, he is not. Wow. I asked a hardcore Habs fan last night. I go, did you know like Max Pacioretty to be a player who laid the body? He's like, what? No. I'm like, okay, because he's been killing people. Oh, Gooley didn't like that. He has been laying the body. Let's see this hit again. It's kind of in the numbers. What was that, Drew? Yeah, it's from behind. I think Gooley does. Yeah, Gooley does turn, but like that's pretty square between the shoulder blades. Not great. Don't worry, George is on it. Down in the Leaf zone. We do have a game clock tonight, so oh! Geez, pass gets through to Suzuki. He almost sniped one. And Caulfield, Suzuki. Oh boy, Leafs on their toes early. Or on their heels, I should say. Being on your toes that's a good thing. Being on your heels is bad. Leafs clear the zone and they'll get some new bodies over the boards. Justin Fisher wants to know the 2 first goal scorers. I'm going to say Nick Suzuki for the Habs, and for the Leafs, Max Domi. Sherwin said, if Pacioretty scores, I'll donate 20 subs. Hey, we could use that. Habs dump it in. Timmins on it. Nice little short pass to Kampf. To Reeves, to Lorentz. Chips it into the Habs zone. No ice. Reeves behind the net for a ghost. OEL pinches along the half wall to help keep the puck deep. Reeves. Oh, in front. Trickled right through the blue paint. Get to the front. Get to the front. There you go. Lorentz is in front. Reeves. I mean, is the fourth line doing anything here like that's actually dangerous? Not really. Is it in the Hab zone the whole time? Yes. And for me, for the fourth line, that's good enough. 17-15 to go in the first period. Cassie, I see your super chat. I'm going to leave it because the Leafs are in the offensive zone. Holmberg, McMahon, and Robertson out there. They had a decent little night last night. Had a goal, didn't count, but they had one. Robertson pool cues it over to OEL. Leafs can't clear the zone. A little bit of a giveaway there by Riley. Robertson behind the net to help out defensively. Oh, Habs walked the line, put it on, doesn't make it through. McMahon into the corner. Habs have it at the point. On. Oh, hi. Habs. Oh, boy, they are all around it tonight. And Wool pins the puck between his legs. 16:29 to go in the first period. We get a whistle. That was somehow the Habs' first shot on goal of the game. Feels like they've got 5 or 6. Just hasn't gone on net. Cassie says if the Leafs get an own goal, donate 50 subs. How dare you? I am taking all the credit for the Leafs fixing the power play, says Cassie. I kept comparing them to the 23-24 Penguins power play, and suddenly they fixed themselves. Gosh darn right. Oh, yeah. No, Drew's like, no, all that they needed was to lose their best player. Benoit up to Pacioretty. Let's go, Patches. We need 20 subs. Oh! Into Tavares, just out of his reach. Nylander muscling the puck. Oh, rebound. No one gets it. Yeah, the shot counter says the Habs have no shots on goal again. Their Corsi's got to be nuts. They've probably got 7 or 8 already, but no shots on goal. New hook. Habs with great jump to start this game. Leafs played last night. Habs looking to tire out those legs early. Unlike their last back-to-back, the Leafs are not on the road and didn't have to travel. So that's positive. But here comes Montreal again. Circling back. Matheson. Down low for Suzuki. Caulfield. On from Gooley. Stopped by Wool and covered up. That's got to be a shot on goal. And Timmins just took out 2 guys. Joe says Mitchkov scratched again. Trade to Toronto imminent. Stop it. Doug Leafan. Domi Marner. If they keep it, what's the lines? I mean, in an ideal world, the Domi Marner Nyes line stays great. The Tavares Nylander Patches line stays great, and you bring Matthews back and put him with 2 other guys. I just don't think that's going to happen. McMahon Robertson with Matthews working would be great. I'm just not convinced it would work. Shot, stop by Wool. Those are 3 shooters. McMahon goes to the net. You know, Robertson facilitates maybe. I don't know. I just don't think those players are good enough. Marner. Domi. On. Doesn't hit the Habs net. Realistically, you just swap Matthews and Domi, right? Domi plays with McMahon and Robertson. Holmberg. Yeah, Holmberg is either scratched or in Robertson's spot. Domi goes to power play 2, says Drew. You're not even wrong. Happy birthday to Robert Malloy, by the way. Happy birthday to Berto. Happy birthday to Berto. David Kampf nearly got a birthday goal for Berto. I don't know why I'm calling you Berto, Robert. Puck goes into the stands. Rye Guy 2141. Just a thought on the Jeannot suspension related to the Besser hit. Man, there was a time in like the early 2010s where you would see a hit like that every week and it would get suspended. So it was just weird for me to see such a clear headshot. 3 games is a stiff penalty in today's NHL. You could have argued for more. If Besser was more hurt, like if he was like unconscious or whatever, like I could easily see it being 4 or 5 games because even though injuries don't matter, they do. They're liars. Horrible hit. Like there was no ambiguity about it, right? Like, oh, it rode up. He didn't mean to, like, dude, he got nothing but brain on that one. Anderson misses. I could have picked Josh Anderson for Habs goal scorer. He feasts on the Leafs. Lorentz, gain center, battling with Josh Anderson, manages to force him nice and deep in the zone, finishes check. That's a good shift. Here come the misfits again. Robertson puts it out. I call them the misfits because it's just 3 guys where I'm like, I don't know where you're going to end up in this lineup once everyone's healthy. Robertson, Holmberg, and McMahon. Would I rather Holmberg or Pierre Engvall? Engvall. Is that bad? Like, he was an infuriating player. But, like, all the mistakes he's making, Holmberg also makes. And his upside is just higher. Drew, that's a diabolical question. Feels like I missed one. Let's Play Canada. Question: opportunity to sign books at Shoeless Joe's. We are not totally sure they're going to be for sale there yet. I'm going to have to deal with that, well, today or tomorrow on account of the event is Tuesday. But like, if you bring a book, I'll sign it. If you go and buy one and bring it, I'll sign it. No problem. The first one too. Robert Bett, last night reminded me of when my parents went to the 72 Summit Series in Russia. They went to Russia to watch the Summit Series. Watching Vladislav Tretiak practice wearing a tracksuit, using a blocker and glove and goal stick, and the players firing slap shots at him. Goalies are out of their mind. That is the one thing that has always been true across every era, every culture, everything. Goalies are nuts. East Coast Lodge, although that picture of Stolarz with the puck in his bare hand was friggin' great. East Coast Lodge. Happy birthday, Robert. You're a great guy, from Matt, ECL Kingston. We're about to return to action here. Montembeault has 4 straight losses with a 4.25 GAA. It's not just Montembeault. Like, the Habs have been very disappointing. This is why, like, I was so right. Like, before the season began, I was like, they have to take a step. And then people were like, no, they don't. They're still rebuilding. And here they are, not playing well. They have a bad record. They're down at the bottom of the standing, and no one's happy about it. And it's like, what? I thought they were rebuilding. What's the problem? What are you so upset about? No, this team's been rebuilding for a long time. They've got really talented players. Montembeault's name is in the Team Canada discussion. Cole Caulfield is one of the best goal scorers in the league right now. Slafkovsky just signed this huge deal. Yes, I know he's injured. Nick Suzuki's a great player. Matheson's a great player. You got Lane Hudson, who's this exciting new rookie. Oh, Drew just said something about Martin St. Louis. I'm not even going to repeat it. Your house is going to get egged. Face off in the Leafs' end. They win the face off. Marner to Tanev. Tanev looking for an option. He finds Max Domi. Runs into Caden Gooley, though, turns it over. Cassie says, my house is haunted by a chicken. Whoa! Shot from Marner. The goal horn on that would have been Bacock. Cassie, I know there's a dad joke coming. A poultrygeist. A foul spirit. Poultrygeist is better. Nyes just rocked a guy. Caulfield. Habs enter the Leaf zone, which they've been doing with relative ease tonight so far. Only 8 minutes in. Habs send one just wide of the net. Struble taken to the board by Nyes. Marner, who's been dancing the last few games, to Timmins, up to Benoit. Benoit to center and dumps it in. Montembeault out of the net. Doug Leaf fan. Nyes with Matthews and Domi. Nyes with Matthews. Domi with Marner. Who are the other wingers? Ooh. Robertson turns it over a little bit there. See, I wouldn't put Domi and Marner together long term. McMahon with a shot. Nice stop by Montembeault. I know they played well in junior. I want to see sustained success, like over a long period of time, with them together at the NHL level. Like, I think Domi's best position, at least as a Leaf, is right wing. And the problem with that is that's what Nylander and Marner do. Anderson drives the net. Pushed wide. Habs with a crazy forecheck right now. Anderson to the point. Savard can't get it on. Kampf gets it out at very least. Reeves in pursuit of Hudson. You might be surprised to find out he lost that foot race. Savard misses. Tanev tries to go up the board to Reeves. Where is it? Kampf digging for it. Reeves digging for it. Leafs eventually get it. Lorentz will walk back in his own zone while members of both teams go for a change here. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Nylander in his own corner. Nope, in the Habs corner. Tavares, good stick lift there. Down low. Puck took a funny bounce. Nylander trying to get it to Patches. Lots of traffic there in front of the Habs net. Leafs not able to get a shot off. But they keep the pressure on. Pacioretty stripped. Can they keep the pressure on? They can. Nylander, finally stripped and the Habs get it out. They'll have to settle to just dump it, though. Benoit to Timmins. Oh, boy. That was almost something. Leafs need a change. They'll get one. Habs dump it. Feels like kind of a sloppy start for both teams. Oh, Justin says, things that go cluck in the night. Cassie says, I plan to call an exorcist to help it Ross to the other side. Cross to the other side. Boo! Jimmy says, Robert is SDP VIP. Drew, shame on Drew. Lane Hudson. What was that? Is it offside? It's either offside or a penalty call. I think it's offside. Let's Play Canada. Thanks for answering my question. I got 2 copies of Hockey Rants and Raves, mine and my dad's Christmas gift, and 2 copies of This Team is Ruining My Life, plus 2 copies of Sundin's book. Holy cow. You're going to be doing a lot of reading as we go to commercial break during the Leaf game here. A foul spirit. Boo. Corrupted. Steve, Adam was wrong on the podcast. Makar only has 329 games played, not 368. On pace to beat Hughes to 300 in less games. That's crazy. Gravely Diggs, LFG, High SDPN Nation. Oh, So my daughter got baptized today, which means we had snacks in the house. There was a container of cut up bell peppers, which, as you know, is my worst fear. I hate bell peppers. My wife, as a showing of love, just informed me that she ate them all, which I love. No cannolis, surprisingly. I know. We did have penne, we did have lasagna, no cannolis though. I know. I know. I know. She was wearing a goofy gold bracelet. She was wearing a gown that was over 100 years old. That's pretty classic. Um, we're gonna have a guest on this stream for, I think, the first time. Oh, there's a tease. Uh, Apparently, I wasn't supposed to say anything. Listen, when intermission comes, don't leave. Yeah, I had no other glasses to drink out of. People keep asking for Dangets and hat picks to come back. We're working on it. I know I keep telling you that. I know you're sick of hearing it. It's the truth. Ooh, Benoit goes into the boards hard. Gets right back up, though. Habs forecheck tonight is fantastic. They will win this game if they keep this up. The Leafs, as the team on the second half of back-to-back here, are not going to be able to deal with this all night. Savard at the point puts it on through traffic. Too much traffic. Doesn't make its way through. Arbor Jackeye in the lineup for Montreal tonight. He puts it deep. Under 8 minutes to go in the first period now. Me here says lines. McMahon, Matthews, Domi, Nyes, New Center, and Marner. Oh, OEL takes his man down hard. Here comes Nylander. Pacioretty tries to get it back to Nylander. Can't get it through. Icing call on Montreal. 7:33 to go in the first period. Robert Bett. It says the Habs have 2 shots on goal. That can't be right. Robert Bett, no matter how far apart Toronto and Montreal are in the standings, they always seem to play hard. Love these games. Dude, that's been true for the entire time I've done LFR. Entire time. Like, I began LFR in the 07-08 season. The Leafs have had some really good seasons in there while the Habs have been bad. The Habs have had some really good seasons while the Leafs have been bad. They always play each other tight. Puck goes out of play. There have been a few, like, obviously lopsided matchups, but the vast majority of them are tight. A lot of them go to overtime or the shootout. A lot of comebacks going both ways. Did the Leafs sweep them 3-0 last year? Well, there you go. And then what do the Habs do? They break an NHL record in their first game of the season against the Leafs. It's a rivalry that, like, at times the fan bases have had to carry. Like, seems pretty obvious these teams generally don't really care about each other. Nylander shoots, stopped by Montembeault. I mean, the Leafs should bloody care about Montreal. They embarrassed them in the playoffs. But, like, you can tell they hate the Jets more. Like, they hate the Sens more. They hate the Bruins more, obviously. There are other teams that just the games seem to be nastier. Robert Bett, no matter how. Nope, we already read that one. My bad. Cassie, what do you call a fish with no eyes? I don't. I'm on your wave. Fish. Shut up. That's really good. You got me. Leafs at the point. OEL to Riley. Riley toe drag. Oh, behind the net. Domi's after it. Domi trying to get a penalty call. Didn't work. Get up. Get up. 6:35 to go in the first period. There has not been a penalty called yet against either team. Nyes gains the zone. Riley in deep. Domi. See, here's the thing. Domi was just high sticked or something, and there was no call, which means he's liable to do something dumb. And I just hope he doesn't. Habs ice the puck once again, and the Leafs will head back to the Montreal zone. Domi chirping at the Montreal bench, doesn't like it. Ooh! That was I thought it was a high stick. That's a cross check, man. Right to the midsection of Domi. That must have friggin' killed. Oh, yeah, he's going to do something dumb. He's for sure going to do something dumb. Hellenius in his first NHL game battling with Tanev. Armia tries to get it to Hellenius. Doesn't work. Can the Leafs clear the zone? They can't. Not yet, anyway. Montreal! They put it in front, but don't get anything out of it. Leafs fourth line out there. Oh, Chris Chelios mentioned on the broadcast. I played hockey with him yesterday at the Easter Seals Celebrity Hockey Classic. How many shifts do I think he was trying on? 0 of them. And he was still like effortlessly the best player. He was legitimately trying to get me a goal. Like he was trying real hard. And he did get me one. He put one off my foot on purpose. Timmins! Shot! Scores! Connor Timmins had a lane, took it, shot it, and the Leafs are on the board first. 5:05 to go in the first period. Let's see if this went off anything, because it didn't hit the back of the net clean. Either Montembeault got a piece of it or it was deflected in front. Steven Lorentz doing the work against Arbor Jacki. Reeves, Kampf, 3 blue bodies in front. And I think it goes off the butt of Christian Dvorak. Radek Dvorak, Steve. No, I think that's just Connor Timmins' goal, man. Radek Dvorak. Underrated. 5:05 to go in the first period. Leafs lead 1-0. Shots 6-2 Leafs. I don't believe that for a second. The Habs must have more shot attempts. The Leafs have just been blocking all of them, driving them wide. They're missing the net. Oh, here they come. Here they come. Oh, boy. Timmins up the ice. McMahon tries to get it to Robertson. Wasn't looking. We got an icing here. Benoit with his second assist of the season. Ryan Reeves with his first assist. That's got to be his first point of the season on that goal. You'll love to see it. Oh, yeah, that was their first 5-on-5 goal since last Saturday against the Blues. That's crazy. Producer Hayden messaging me about that too. We've been talking to each other all week. He's been watching the Leafs games and going, nope. Every time they score, he goes, didn't get one. Oh, they got one. Face off in the Leaf zone. Robertson out for McMahon, who turns on the Jets, tries to drive. It doesn't work. Man, he can turn it on. Cassie, what do you call seagulls that fly over the bay? Bagels. I like that one too. You're 2 for your last 2. Very good. Puck out of play. Steeson Schiller, when do we get a hat guy stream, you cowards? If you think anyone with hat guy's voice is going to talk that way for 3 hours, you are out of your mind. By the way, nearly 1,500 of you in the chat, only 308 likes. Boo and hiss and barf. Click like. It costs you nothing. It doesn't bung up your algorithm. It just helps us. Please, Robert Bet, go to the net! Renetmon, let's go Reeves. Hey, Drew, at some point during the stream, do you feel like playing my goal from yesterday? Or would that be too much work? The whichever one you think looks best. I'll leave that one to you. Because yeah, we don't have the same production value as Hockey Night in Canada, unfortunately. Live Barn is a crazy invention. I don't know if you guys know what Live Barn is, but that is the where we got the footage of Julian McKenzie's suspension in floorball, ball hockey. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah, like just all these arenas just have their games live streamed, and you can buy the live stream off them. Like one of our guys, Daniel Schiffer, he's a YouTuber in his own right. He has a big following. He scored a Kucherov, and he gets to the bench, and the first thing he says is, "Yeah, I'm buying the game off Live Barn." Tony Lee, does Timmins play game 1 of the playoffs? He does now. It's fascinating. He scored that goal, and Yanni Hakanpää is like on the verge of coming back. He's already played 536 in this game. He's played quite a bit. And he's a penalty killer, and he hasn't had to kill any penalties tonight. Pickleball Pat Batty. How about those Jets? Pretty amazing. Dude, it's unbelievable. It's literally a record. 14 of 15. Here comes John Tavares. He's got a lane. Shoots. Stopped by Montembeault. No Leaf there for the rebound. Here comes Montreal. Patches again, just drilling his guy. They're saying that's icing against Montreal. He didn't gain center. I don't think St. Louis was very happy about it. 3:56 to go in the first period. Struggles on defense for the Canadiens. Games outshot 11, tied for 31st. Goal differential -20, tied for 31st. Shot differential -97, tied for 31st. Goals against per game 4.07. That is the worst in the league. Ooh. Nylander, Pacioretty, Tavares win the faceoff in the Habs zone. Pacioretty digging along the boards. This line holds on to the puck again. They either hold on to it or find a way to get it back. Nylander overpowered. Here come the Habs. Good stick from OEL. Slivkovsky with it. To the point. Bomb! Gloved by Joseph Woll. The third shot on goal of the game for the Montreal Canadiens. Cassie, how did the hacker escape the FBI? Oh, I don't know. I keep thinking I'm going to get it. That was Lane Hudson on William Nylander, by the way. He ran somewhere. Damn it. It's You're hanging on by a thread. But that one worked. That was all right. Tanev to McCabe. McCabe to Domi. Domi in deep. Montembeault out of the net to play it again. The Leafs have forced Montembeault to play the puck a lot in this one. Marner tries to shovel it to a teammate. Nick Suzuki is not on his team. Tanev with it. 3 minutes to go in the first period. This shot counter is on drugs. It says Montreal didn't get a shot on goal on that one that Joseph Woll caught. I don't understand. The machine, the guy who keeps track, whatever it is on drugs. Reminder, we will have a guest at first intermission. Don't go anywhere. Yeah. Montreal ices it again. How many icings is that on Montreal? 5, 6? 2:23 to go in the first period. Marner shaking his head about something. Shout out to the guy with the "I put ketchup on my ketchup" sweater behind the Leafs bench. Tavares against Nick Suzuki. Tavares wins the faceoff. OEL floats it on. Deflection. No goal. And Max Pacioretty is down and very slow to get up. He's holding his hamstring. Not good. Not good at all. Very slow to get off. Ooh, OEL takes his man hard into the boards. Nylander out there. Who's replacing Pacioretty right now? It's Bobby McMahon, who was driving the net. They just couldn't get the puck to him. Oh, boy. Habs at the point. Put it on. Whoa, high and wide. Leafs fourth line on the ice. Reeves gloves the puck to himself. McMahon out there with Reeves. Oh! Benoit teed it up and whiffed on the thing. Wool gives it to Connor Timmins. 1:10 to go in the first period. How much did the chimney cost? I don't know. I keep thinking I'm going to know. Timmins. Reeves, Timmins. Under a minute to go. Puck deep into the Montreal zone. Pontus Holmberg going after it. Lorentz around. Yeah, the lines are all over the place right now. I don't like to speculate, but that Pacioretty injury did not look like the kind of injury where he would be back tonight. You never know. Evans goes offside for Montreal. 16.8 seconds to go in the first. How much did the chimney cost? Cassie says, I can't say for sure, but it was through the roof. Damn it! Yeah, I think he just fell funny, but it was right away. Oh, he's on the bench. Huh. Producer Drew says when old men fall, they get up gingerly. It's common sense. That's why I tried really hard not to fall at the Easter Seals tournament. I think I fell once. Oh, Habs center it. Nothing happens. Horn goes. Connor Timmins has the only goal. It is 1-0 Leafs. Who wants to see me score a goal? At the Easter Seals tournament yesterday, Chris Chelios, he's the red jersey, obviously. I'm 24 in front. Go to the net! He points at me right away because he knows, because he was aiming for my foot. Oh, yeah. I knew right away. Doop. It went off my left foot. And I had no trouble taking credit. I said, yep, that was all me. And the bench goes, did he get it? Did he get it? And when I put up my hands, they go, yeah! Rudy. So here's how that happened. First shift, Chelios gives me 2 tap-ins. Tap-ins. I go to the net. They're tap-ins. Do I tap them in? No. And we get back to the bench. He goes, all right, Dangle, I've got your pace. Which basically means like, all right, so I can see you suck. So I stopped swatting at the puck. That was my mistake. Like, it's Chris Chelios. Put your stick. Yeah, I just whiffed on the passes. It's Chris Chelios. Like, leave your stick there. He's hitting it. You don't need to move it. You're fine. Just leave it. Sherwin says distinct kicking motion. Bull crap. That goal counted, damn it. John LeClaire gave me crap for stealing a goal, but I liked it. There was another one in the first game where I was in front and Chelios took a slap shot, and I was terrified. Terrified. Before we get to our guest, is our guest even here yet? Oh, okay, so never mind. They're setting. Oh, yeah, okay. So before we get to our guest, hockey cards. Every week we've been opening them. 2024-25 Hockey Series 1. First week was incredible. Second week was a dud. Last week was all right. I think we're going to get some good ones in this. We need rookies. So here's what we do. First thing we do. Are there any thick cards? No. Thick cards would be like the jerseys and everything. We got an Anders Lee common. A Josh Norris common. Alex Laferriere common. Ricard Raquel common. Ooh. A very shiny Sammy Urson card. That's got to be an insert. Gaming FOV. Cole Caulfield. I don't know what this is. Ooh. Checkpoint Vinny Desharnais. This is obviously an insert. Vlasic common. Jimmy Vesey common. It's not a strong pack, I'm not going to lie. Brandon Carlo. Christopher Letang. Shout out Cassie. And Nicholas Roy. It was okay. Are we still getting set up? Or are we good? Okay. Cassie says, what's ET short for? Well, don't be mean. He's got little legs. Okay, you know what? You finally lost me. You finally lost me. The others were clever. That one, just no. How dare you? Brian Greenwood. I opened some SP Authentic the other day and pulled a Bedard Future Watch Auto. Okay, so that's a mortgage payment. So congrats to you. And shout out to Aiden, who's now an STP VIP. Drew, do you want to get to our guest featuring a very fidgety guest who keeps moving? You trying to get comfy?
Yeah, I'm awkward. It's an awkward spot, so I'm trying to find a comfy spot. But I think I got this position here. I'm on the couch outside of there's a bunch of suites down there. I don't know if you can see down there.
Yeah.
And then over there's the press box, but I found a hallway, so I'm good. I'm good.
It's credentialed Leafs reporter Jesse Blake, everybody, live from the Leafs game tonight. Jesse,
Yes.
what's the haps?
So I'm a little late to this because Pacioretty goes down there at the end of the first.
Yep.
And he hobbles to the bench, and then intermission happens, and Reeves and Tavares have to help him off of the bench, and they carry him to the locker room.
Oh.
And he's not able to put any pressure on. I believe it's his left leg. I took a photo of it. I'd have to check the photo.
They're showing it right now.
Oh, okay. So they have the footage for television. Yeah.
They're showing it right. It does. He's not going to play the rest of the night. No way.
No. He's so done. But it was so he goes down. He grabs the back of his left thigh. I don't know what muscle's in there, but it looked like some sort of strain. Yeah, in the hamstring there.
I'm trying to think of like what else it could possibly be other than hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a fun injury. It's where so much of their power comes from. Oh boy,
he's at least done for the night.
He's at least done for the night, and it's unfortunate. Like the meat he's brought to the lineup has been really useful. I was talking to Habs fans yesterday at this dinner I was at, and I was like, "Hey, did he like throw hits?" And they're like, what? No. So I was like, well, you should watch some Leafs highlights
Yeah,
because it's
I don't think Habs fans would know this person.
Jesse, you're
Yeah.
at this game.
Okay.
Is the shot counter on drugs?
What do you mean?
So all night it's been like the Habs have 2 shots. It has 3. It has 2. It
Yeah.
has 3. It has 4. It has 2. And it just feels like the Habs have had so many opportunities in this one, but none of them have actually hit the net or counted.
No, but that's the exact kind of hockey Craig Berube wants to play, right?
Yes.
It's low event hockey. That's the new buzzword around here. It's he wants the Habs to think they have all these chances, but they're not real chances if they're not getting anything on the net, right? And I think that shot total that we saw last night against Detroit, where it was stuck at less than 20 shots for both sides throughout the whole game until like the third, and then now we got 2 shots for the Habs. This is exactly how they want to be playing.
So you're credentialed now.
Yeah.
How many games have you done this year, and have you already surpassed the most Leaf games you've ever been to in a single season?
Oh, like the most games I've ever been to is like 2. No, easily. I think I'm at like 6 or 6, probably 6 or 7, something like that.
Well, that's
I don't
a
even
lot.
know.
That's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
many games.
No, we're getting up to the point where it's like I'm not counting. It's not like 3 or anything like that. We're up into the 6,
Right.
7, 8, 9 territory. So yeah, no, it's so cool. It's so cool to have the access. It really adds to everything.
What has it added, and has it changed how you watch the game?
Yes, seeing it live is sorry, I keep fidgeting. I'm trying to get comfy.
That's all
but
right.
Seeing it live definitely helps. Seeing them practice is the biggest thing for me, because like I love seeing the process and how it gets done, and then you see them on the ice working on their drills, and you see like the little things and how that applies to the game, and then you get to talk to them afterwards and just see them hanging around the locker room and see just how they're moving and watching their mentality afterwards, and then you hear them talk about it and see the whole thing. So just everything that goes into not just the game is the most exciting thing for me, just to witness and learn about.
What's the food like?
For press?
Yeah.
So there's a media center that's downstairs in between the 2 dressing rooms. So before the game, I think it's 90 minutes or like even probably before that, maybe like 2.5 hours before the game, they have a media meal there, and that meal costs $10. And Steve Simmons is the reason that meal costs $10, because there's one point when they took it away completely and they like offered some voucher where you can like go in stadium and use a $10 voucher of your media. And he's like, everywhere else has media meals. Like Toronto needs a media meal. So he talked to Brendan Shanahan, Steve Simmons did personally, and Shanahan reinstated the media meal. So now it's there. And it's just kind of a smorgasbord of what you see in like a box here. So it's the typical like kind of the chicken you'll see in a box, or pizza, stuff like that. But then also at the press box, if you don't get the media meal, you get free popcorn, you get free slice of pizza and ice cream. So if you don't want to pay the $10 for like an actual kind of good meal with salad and all that stuff, you can get free pizza and popcorn.
That's what I would do at the Blue Jays, because when I was an intern, the media meal was $15, and I'm like, well, I can't. Like, I'm not being paid to be here. I'm an intern. So I'm just going to have so much popcorn that, like, my lips are chapped. Like, I'm dehydrated, and orange juice.
Yeah, because you're thinking about it like, if I pay for that meal, my time here is a net $15. You know?
I'm already taking the train. Like, every shift I work here is a net negative for me financially. You know what? I disagree with Steve Simmons on a lot of fronts. He's right.
Oh yeah.
Jesse said there's no way you take, or sorry, Drew said there's no way Jesse takes advantage of the free pizza.
Drew knows me well. I've never had the free pizza. I've never had the media meal, and all I'll have is like half a bag of popcorn sometimes.
You suck. So we need a review.
I eat beforehand. I eat dinner beforehand, so I come here and I don't need dinner. So
it is kind of late. I get that. Yeah. So you've been mostly like, just I know sitting back and watching. I want to ask you about like the technological stuff that you've been observing.
Mm-hmm.
But first, when are you going to pull the trigger?
What do you mean?
And ask a question. Like when are you gonna put on your your press hat with the
Yeah.
little card sticking out of it, and
There's
go, what do you
been
hear? What do you say?
there's been nothing I've wanted to ask until last game on. I wasn't here on Friday, but the game before that when they played at home, and Stollers kept losing his stick. And we got Stollers, and I wanted to ask him, hey, why do you keep losing your stick? Like, what's going on there? What's happening, and how are you playing comfy with it? But somebody asked that question before I could get to it, so that's really the only thing I've wanted to ask so far. But the people who are asking questions are usually working on stories, right? So they're asking questions that add to their stories. So I'd hate to take away from that. But if I ever want something where I can tweet it out, like I'll definitely ask a question any day now. One of these scrums, you'll get it from me.
Love that. It'd be great if you could talk to Patches, but like they
Yeah.
never. It, a player who gets injured in a game is so often the focal point. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's one of the top 5 stories coming out of the game, but they don't make those players available
No.
because they're getting treated for their injury.
Yeah. No,
Which
you'll hear it from the coach. Like that's we'll talk to Berube after, and that's where it'll be.
right.
Yeah.
Question from the chat: what's Big Ben's last name?
Big Ben. What does that mean?
Cassie is asking dad jokes. What is Big Ben's last name? And she said Isabel.
Isabel.
Oh,
Oh, that's bad. Oh no.
when I asked the question, I saw it and I didn't get it, and now
Oh
I'm very
no.
upset. Jesse, talk to
Yes.
us about the Blake down and the new thing that
Yeah.
you've brought to SDPN.
Yeah, so NHL.com has this feature called goal visualization. Early in the year, it was called goal simulation, and then they changed the name to goal visualization. So I take those, and I take one every night, and I break it down. And we call it Blake Down. So I've done one almost every night so far since we started it on Monday or Tuesday night. And yeah, I just break it down in like 2 minutes on our YouTube channel, and just me looking at the little dots and how a play unfolds.
I absolutely love that. I know you try goals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I guess you wouldn't have the visualization for the Stoller's barehanded save. God, I would love to see that. Like just the complete chaos in front. I feel like that'd be so fun.
Yeah, just all the little numbers simulations going. Yeah.
Yeah, and just one of them barehanded, like a little stick figure hand goes, ah, I got it. Jesse, I'm going to let you get back to the game, buddy.
Awesome.
Do us proud. Don't get kicked out. Don't get our credentials revoked. And be a journalist with a capital J.
Before I go, you keep asking me to ask a question.
Yes.
If you could ask somebody a question tonight, let's say we get Marner or even if it's Berube or any of the guys, or Timmins probably because he scored, so we're probably going to talk to him. What would you ask?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, Timmins is actually someone who's great to talk to because him being off this team was a foregone conclusion, and now I'm like, how do you even take him out of the lineup?
Mm-hmm.
So I would want to know what he did over the summer. I would want to know what if the Leafs gave him instruction for, hey, we want you to work on this over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to know what the difference is working with this coaching staff. Like, is it Berube who's had the biggest impact on him? Is it Mark Savard? Is it Lane Lambert? All that stuff. I want to know how this player went from a complete afterthought to and maybe don't mention that part to him, but to a very valuable part of their lineup.
Yeah. I think the question's got to be a little more succinct than that.
Yes, I was giving you fish food, right? I sprinkled it in the bowl, and you eat whatever you want.
Okay. Thank you for it. I'll see if I can get that in. All right. See ya. Bye.
See ya. Bye. The king of the Blake down, everybody. Speedy V, Costco gravy is superior to all other gravy. And Cassie, you don't need to know. Last one for the night. Hit us, Cassie. That was Jesse Blake. credentialed Maple Leafs reporter for SDPN. I love that he's there. He seems so damn happy. No, I don't need a pee break. You can take a pee break if you need, Drew. Ooh. So Justin Fisher tells me that this Sammy Urson card is worth $7. You know what? $7 for a Sammy Urson card? We make off like bandits. Cassie, did you know a short psychic just broke out of prison? There was a small medium at large. Okay, I'm all done for the night. That's, you know what? You ended on a high note. Very good, very good, very good. Very good. 71 new members have joined SDP VIP. We've got 1,440 people watching right now, but only 544 likes. Not good enough. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. VIP gets you a green name in the chat, so when I see you, I know you're a VIP. It also gets you special access to like emotes and emojis in the chat, but most importantly, it gets you access to SDP VIP. Every week, we do 3 episodes of the Steve Dangle podcast that are regular, and then we do a 4th ad-free episode every week that's mostly about like pop culture or just other topics that we just didn't get time for on the SDP. So you get 4 episodes of the Steve Dangle podcast every week if you're an SDP VIP. And if you upgrade your membership to SDP VIP ad free, you get all 4 episodes ad free. And thank Aiden for gifting 10 SDPN memberships, because now 10 people have access to all the things I just mentioned. Second period is underway. Montreal puts it on. It popped wide of the Leafs net. Leafs yeeted into the neutral zone. The Leafs second line appears to be Tavares, Nylander, and McMahon in place of Max Pacioretty, who I'm guessing, oh boy, we're not going to see tonight, and I don't know about going forward, man. The fact that he needed help down the tunnel is bad. Habs, once again, forecheck. And the Leafs ice the puck. Montreal with 2 shots on goal in the first period, but Leafs only have a 1-0 lead, and I can't help but feel like they don't care that they only have 2 shots on goal right now. They're just trying to forecheck the hell out of a team that played last night, and they're going to try to win this thing in the back half. Is Montreal actually winning the deserve to win-o-meter? At 52? Okay. Yeah. Montreal into the high slot. Stopped by Joseph Woll. I almost said stopped by Joseph. Leaf fan force a habit. And a minute and 11 seconds into the second period, we get a face-off. Cassie with 10 gifted memberships. On top of the 50 that you've already done. You're an animal. James Stemler, did you guys hear about how the moment Liljegren got settled in San Jose, he started saying his name is supposed to be pronounced with a hard J? I did. And Andreas Janssen did the same thing, where like he took like a year or 2 to correct Toronto on how to say his name. Kuhlman changed the spelling of his name when he left Toronto. I don't... Let us say it properly, man. Like, if you don't tell us, we're just going to guess. And if the guess is wrong, tell people, man. Yeah, like, yeah. So is it Liljegren? Because we've been saying Liljegren. Liljegren. Liljegren? I don't know, man. Yeah, no, so Drew goes, that sounds like a rapper name. That is how when he was drafted, I remembered how to spell his name. You pretend he's a rapper named Lil Jegrin. It's dumb. Ovechkin scored again tonight. He's up to 9 on the season. Who cares what he's at on the season? How far back of Gretzky is he? Ooh, Ryan Reeves knocked down to the ice. He gets right back up. 33 back of Gretzky. Oh, boy. Benoit and Gallagher go hard into the corner in the Leaf zone. Fourth line out there for Toronto. Leafs playing with 11 forwards right now. Reeves, that was a good play. Thank you to Tim Hales. Tim Hales, but where from? Is that offside or a penalty? $625 likes. I think we can do better than that. We just hit our 10th shot of the game, like between both teams. Craig Berube, baby. That's what I said in the LFR yesterday. I think we're going to see a lot of 3-1, 3-2 games this year. Icing against Montreal yet again. 2.5 minutes into the second period. 17:30 to go in the second. No, we'll definitely be taking a break at second intermission. Drew, if you have a clip prepared. Oh, we got two, do we? Kondata taking a face-off against Pontus Holmberg. Holmberg beats Kondata. OEL just gets it deep. Leafs, Riley, lots of space at the point. Robertson, OEL! Shot into the glove of Montembeault and held. 7:15 to go in the second period. Steesen Schiller, can't wait for Lil Jegrin and MC McDavid's new mixtape. Man, I tell you what, Liljegren didn't deserve to be on this team. But when we were talking about where he was going to get traded and people brought up Edmonton, I was like, oh, please no, please no. Oh, no. He's been a not great Leaf, but he's going to win the cup there. And then he goes to San Jose, and I go, oof. He could get traded to Edmonton. It's possible. Here comes Montreal. They center it, but it goes through the crease. McMahon after it. Oh, good play to Tavares. The sort of thing that's going to keep you on that line. OEL drives the net. Willie puts it on. Rebound, Tavares. Willie. Montembeault stands tall. Connor Timmins, by the way, scored the first Leafs goal of the season against Sammy Montembeault. Still looking for the first Leafs forward goal against Sam Montembeault. 4 periods. It's crazy. McMahon, smart play to Timmins. He's had a bit of a squirrely shift, but he's made a couple really good last-minute plays. Shots 9-3 for the Leafs. Shot into the corner. Wool plays it to McCabe, to Benoit. Oh, boy, Benoit turnover. Not great. To Caulfield as well. Marner on him. Habs put it on. Blocked in front again. This has been the story of the Habs night so far. Leafs into the neutral zone. Habs turn it back around. McCabe, nice little touch to Nyes. Marner up to McCabe, but he turns it over. Leafs to Nyes in the neutral zone. Again, the Habs, like, their speed's good. Their pressure's good. They haven't made their move yet. At some point in this period, probably, the Habs are going to make their move and they're going to start out shooting the Leafs. Like, at some point, just the sheer fact you're playing 2 games in 2 nights is going to catch up with the Leafs. The Habs' hard forecheck from the first period is going to catch up. But it hasn't happened yet. Holmberg taken into the boards. Oh, boy. Both players going in feet first. Lucky not to get hurt. Habs took a penalty off that. Robertson tried to center it for Timmins, intercepted. 14:50 to go in the second period. And the Leafs, red hot all of a sudden, power play, is going to get a chance here. It's a trip from Caden Gooley. Oh, more of a hold. Yeah, it's a hold. They called it a hold. Yeah, that makes sense. We got a few super chats that I'll just have to get to a commercial break. That's going to keep you in the lineup if you're Pontus Holmberg. Dewar is going to get back pretty soon. Yarncroak. Marner in front! Oh, Tavares robbed. Marner can't find his man. The Leafs have to regain the zone. Man, oh man, oh man. I can't believe these guys since Matthews been out. Riley denies to Willie. 20 seconds gone in this power play. Leafs power play last 3 games, 6 for 11. Willie carves through the zone, scores! Oh boy, Martin St. Louis is not going to like that. Willie carves through the Habs like butter, and the Leafs power play is now 7 for 12 over their last 4 games as Panama rains down in Toronto. They better keep this goal song. It's the best one. Here's Willie. And thanks. Bye. Oh, that is. I know, you kind of want to go, oh, yeah, Willie's so good. He does make the one really good move. It's a good shot, but, that's bad penalty killing, man. That's friggin' bad. 14:21 to go in the second. The first forward to score on Sam Montembeault this season, William Nylander. It took it until the 5th period against him. Oh, my God, man. Habs in the neutral zone. So, again, that's goal number 11 for William Nylander, first of all. Score effects, tired legs from the back-to-back. The Habs forecheck. They're going to make their move. That was a good stop there by Woll. Probably his best of the night so far. Reeves, he might have a 2-on-1. No, Jack-Eye takes him into the corner. I think Jack-Eye's trying to go him. Nope. Reeves going to the bench. SLS, William Nylander. Doug Lee fan. So what's the trade value for Matthews? Shut up. Oh, man. If the Leafs win this game, and there's still more than half a game to go, it would be just the second Saturday night win of the season. Isn't that right, Drew? Aren't I 1-3 or something, or 1-1-2? No, I'm not 3-1. I'm definitely not 3-1. Panama is fantastic choice, but I feel YYZ by the Rush is the best. I don't know, man. Panama, though. Nice! To Domi! To Marner! You got to shoot that, Max. Leafs, hold the zone, though. Oh, Domi, great play with his... Oh, they call that a high stick? Ah, boo. Are we going to... Yep, we're going to commercial. Okay. James David Atkinson. So I discovered recently that British hockey legend Tony Hand is head coach of my local team. We are so bad it's not on HockeyDB on Wikipedia. Is it on Elite Prospects, though? James, we need more. We need more information there. Cassie, we all know Ovi is going to break Gretzky's record versus the Pens. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, feels like it would be better if he did it against one of Gretzky's former teams, like the Oilers or the Rangers or something like that. The Leafs are 1-2-1 on Saturdays. Told you. Ooh. Robert Bet, when Ovechkin beats Gretzky's record, they should both sign the puck and put it in the hall, or give it to me because I'm a nice guy. You know what? I don't hate that idea. I just can't think of it ever being done. Yeah, Drew hates it. I knew you would. If they tied, yeah, but no, when he beats it, no, like that's Ovi's record. It's not Gretzky's. Well, like, what's Gretzky going to do? Like, yeah, thank you for beating this. Like, I don't know. Komati Port. Hey, Steve, do you have a lesser known Leaf that you loved watching or cheered for? I was weirdly attached to Todd Gill in the 90s. Um, as someone who has loved Leafs goalies, I, as a kid, loved Damian Rhodes. I really like Damian Rhodes. Like, I mean, obviously the starters are obvious, but Damian Rhodes was, I thought, a good backup, or at very least, he wasn't Don Beaupre. Um, Danny Markov, I don't know if he counts. Um, Zach Hyman used to fit into this conversation. He obviously got too good for it. Like Noel Achari. That's a good question. I'm going to mull that over. Oh boy, Habs, partial 2-on-1. Suzuki stripped by Chris Tanev. And the Habs get the Leafs to ice the puck. James David Atkinson, it is in fact on eliteprospects.com. Okay, I'm going to have to look that up. Tony Lee, who shoots the puck first, Max Domi or Thomas Caberlet? Ooh. Oof. The Leafs may never shoot again if those are the only two options. Oh, do I think Ovechkin's record-breaking puck would go for over $1 million if the puck got thrown into the crowd? Yeah, I do. Like, that's a crazy record. Cole Caulfield, by the way, taken down by Jake McCabe, and the Leafs, who just got a power play, will now head to the penalty kill. Tony Hand. Trying to look at team staff history. He is the head coach of the Whitley Warriors in England. Or at least Elite Prospect says England. I don't know where Whitley is. Marner shorthanded. Stopped by Montembeault, and 12 seconds into the penalty kill, the Leafs will get an offensive zone draw. We love that. Windwalker, how crazy is it that Matthews was there when Ovi scored the goal in front of Gretzky? Hockey gods are real. Yeah, he was in the building for, is that the behind the back, like while he was on his back? That goal's friggin' nuts. Sendox upgraded to SDP VIP ad free, which any member can do if you just go to the bottom right there and click on that little dollar symbol. You can upgrade your VIP membership to ad free if you want. You could also take your month-long membership and extend it to a year, which I highly recommend. Matheson. Oh, Marner! He's got Kampf with him. Finds him. Kampf to Marner. Scores! What a play! Marner and David Kampf. Marner fought off his man. Gets it to Kampf. He's not on a great angle to shoot. Fires the pass back through traffic to Marner, who bangs it in. What a play. Marner's got to go around the linesman, too. Dude. Oh, that's a great goal. That's a great goal. That's Nick Suzuki trying to play the 2-on-1. Oh, boy, that's a terrible effort by Suzuki. What a goal. The Leafs still have a penalty to kill, but Marner's 4th of the season and goals in back-to-back games. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? He does this. He starts slow. And then sometime in the fall, usually mid-ish November, he gets like 4 goals in 5 games or 6 games. He's scored at a 30-goal pace for each of the last 3 seasons, I'm pretty sure, or above 30-goal pace. He can score goals. Oh, new hook! Cherry-picked by Joseph Woll. Love that. About halfway through the second period. Hudson, that's a great pass to New Hook. Great glove save from Woll. Dr. Firewater, if Ovi beats Wayne's record, does he still hold the record for the longest time holding a record before it was beaten? I don't think Gretzky holds that record. Like, maybe for goal scoring. But like Larry Robinson has Larry Robinson has records. Bobby Orr has records that are older than that. Oh, the Habs bang away and they score on the power play. Brendan Gallagher. Jake McCabe not happy as he gets out of the box. Big celebration from Brendan Gallagher. And the Habs are alive. It's now a 3-1 Leafs lead. Thank you to Cassie for gifting 5 STPM memberships. That's just a hard-fought play from Gallagher. Drew goes, that's Gallagher goal if you had to put it in the dictionary. He batted it out of midair. Like, I mean, credit where credit's due. Aiden, would you rather unlimited bacon and no more games, or games, unlimited games, but no games? What? I want the games, and I'm not worried about the bacon. Does that help? Lorenz, tries to find Kampf. Doesn't work. James with more Tony Hand info. Whitley is Whitley Bay, just east of Newcastle. This gives just too little away not to dox myself. Yeah, that's fair enough. My bad. Exactly halfway through regulation right now. Evans picked off by OEL, who then gives it away to Josh Anderson. It's at the point. Habs put it on, stopped by Woll. Nylander, leaves the puck behind. You need that, Willie. Nylander out there with Tavares and Lorentz right now. Cassie, Pens have held 2-goal lead in 6 of their last 9 games played. They have lost 4 of those games. Blew a 2-goal lead last night, but won. Holy, that sounds like a Dubas team. Dude can't build a decor. It's bad, man. Oh, Willie! Stop by Montembeault. Great save. Novacon, Adam punching the air through the entire Tony Hand convo. Eat up, Adam. Eat up. Brendan Gallagher, by the way, 7 goals. Turning back the clock. Cole Caulfield passes it off. Shot. Stopped by Woll. Here's the Habs push. What did I tell you? This is the push. Caulfield stopped by Woll. The Habs have gotten more shots in the last 5 minutes than they had all game before it. Struble plays it back. Armia goes up against Tanev. Armia comes up with it. Tavares back to help, though. Nice. Gets it to the blue line, and it's out. Marner giving chase. Lindsay Hockey Fiend. Oh, nice. Taken down at center. He's going to get a penalty here. Armia down on the ice. They're not taking both of them, are they? No, yeah, I think the Habs got the penalty. I just didn't see exactly what happened. Oh, Armia, he didn't mean to do that. He drop kicked nice in the legs. And we get a commercial break before the Leafs power play. Lindsay Hockey Fiend. It's so Leafy to struggle on power play but get a shorthanded goal. Well, they're not struggling on the power play anymore, and they get a shorthanded goal. So that's an interesting one. They get a shorthanded goal, but they allow a power play goal against. If I'm not mistaken, that makes the penalty kill 0 for 1. But I think that's bullcrap because they scored a shorthanded goal. You negated it, right? That's how it should be calculated in my mind anyway. Cassie, you don't need to know, gifted 5 STPN memberships. I can't remember if I mentioned that yet. Thank you. Believe that brings you up to 65. Definitely not Boromir. Steve, Canes fan here. Is Michael Bunting still pissed for being traded, or is he just an ornery guy? Looked like he had an axe to grind on Thursday. Yes. He's just an ornery guy, and I think he was pissed. Rick Robitaille, merci beaucoup. Mikhail Marcotte. I remember the last time the Leafs led the Habs 3-1. And James Semler, Toaster Struble. How dare you? Cassie, earlier this week, 87, that's Sidney Crosby, scored his 87th backhand goal in his 87th career game versus the Islanders. Sidney Crosby in a nutshell, for real. That means he scored his last backhand goal. He's never scoring one again. He's going to leave it there. He's also never playing the Islanders again. Like, he's just... He simply has to leave it there. They're calling it a lower body injury for Max Pacioretty. Your hamstring is in your lower body. Habs clear it, and actually they'll take it down into the Leaf zone. Leafs power play 1 for 1 tonight. Tavares with a nice hit on Jake Evans, who's actually had kind of a tough game. Marner carries it over the blue line, stops up, gives it to Tavares. Tavares to Willie. Willie to himself. Looking for options. Marner. To Tavares, shoots, rebound. Tavares gets his own rebound, and the Leafs power play is now 8 for 13 in their last 4 games. What is going on? And for everyone rolling their eyes about Matthews, this started with a Matthews assist on a William Nylander power play goal. This little hot streak. Jeez. So let's see. Tavares gets the puck. Nyes is in front. Matheson can't do anything about that. Tavares puts it on. Just simply gets his own rebound. And Tavares, that's like his 8th or 9th goal of the season. He's been great. Listen, it's his 8th. I don't regret going hard at him when he was playing poorly. He was playing poorly. It was unacceptable. Now he's unreal, and you got to give him his flowers. Drew's going, this has to be the best stretch the Leafs power play has ever had. It's cracked. I'll give you that. Like, over the entire Matthews era, I don't know how many times in a 13 power play stretch they've scored 8 goals. Like, there might have been a couple times where, like, maybe they got like a 5-minute major and they scored a couple on the major. I mean, they're great. 6:43 to go in the second period. Long battle in the Leaf zone. Habs come up with it. Lane Hudson finds a man at the point. Wide. Oh, Lorentz real slow to the puck there. Late in the shift. Oh, wow. Bodies flying all over the place. Benoit to Timmins. Timmins airmails it. Who said that? Doug Leaf fan says Austin who. Habs ice the puck yet again. Can we get a counter on that? They got to be double digits by now. The Whitley, what is it? The Warriors, the Tony Hand team. Mike Babcock played for us in the 80s. I knew your team name from somewhere. Thank you to Ethan Dolman. Much appreciated. James Stemler, 20 SDPN memberships gifted, 20 memberships in celebration of the Leafs power play success. You love to see it, Jimmy. See what happens when you're not trying to set up Matthews, says Jay. Oh, they're all setting themselves up. Robertson getting a little shift here with Willie. Or is Willie just out late? I think he's just out late. New hook taken down, and they're going to call that a penalty. Oh, Drew, you shut your mouth. He goes, remember when you said the Leafs and Habs play close games? Whoops. Ekman Larson, for not the first time this season, is like, who, me? Oh, skate on skate. I don't think OEL even knew he did it. Oh, well. Pickleball Pat Batty. Core 4 is fire when it's 3. That's hilarious. Tim Hales, are they buying into the power play now? What's changed, in your opinion? I mean, I can't get it out of my head that they're not putting extra effort into looking for Matthews. I think some of it is regression to the mean. A lot of it, I think, is Matthew Nyes just being a rhinoceros in front. I mean, look where their power play goals are coming from. Like, are they bombs from the point? Well, no. Riley had that one. Drew, you're right. They are gaining the zone properly. None of the slingshot stuff. Like, they're not getting Kucherov, Ovechkin bombs. They're in front. They're scoring net front goals. Cassie gifting another 2 SDPN memberships, which I believe brings us to 67. How dare you? Flyers and Panthers are in overtime out of town scoreboard. Are they really? Rangers smashing the Red Wings 3-0. Great. I picked up Jonathan Quick today in fantasy. Pens Bruins 2-2. Lafreniere scored. Oh, wait. No, wait. No, he got an assist. My bad. Marner with a goal and an assist. I keep forgetting I have him on my fantasy team. You love to see it. Drew, I got to tell you, I got to admit something to you. I benched Casey Middlestat. I just picked up Sam Bennett. He's been so gross. He's having an awful game. He's got a goal. Sorry, he's got a shot and a hit. That's it. Habs to the power play. They're 1 for 1, which is bull crap because they allowed a shorthanded goal. That's dumb, right? That's dumb. I feel like it should say 0 for 1. Or like, yeah, oh yeah, no, Drew makes a good point. I don't know what I want. Interference call coming. And Heineman is going to the box for Montreal. It's Martin St. Louis doesn't like it. Drew doesn't like it. But, like, it affected possession of the puck. Neither of them are getting there. I think Mitch had a chance to contest the thing. So, and the Leafs, once again, will get an abbreviated power play. This is what I was saying on the podcast. Feels like they lead the league in this department. They're going to get like a 28-second power play at the end of this. But it's a minute 32 of 4-on-4 with just over 5 minutes to go in the second period. Luke McGrath gifted an SDPN membership. You beauty. Spartanks became an SDP VIP of their own volition. You beauty. Cassie, in honor of patches. That's why you did 67 memberships. Thank you. Jacqueline K says it was 4-1. Habs go time. You stop it right now. John Tavares, 1-on-1. Ooh, nice little move. He's 1-on-4 right now. He's waiting for reinforcements. Willie's here. Tavares turns it over, and it's 2-on-2. Montreal. Gooley and Riley battling for it. Connor Timmins out there with 40 seconds to go in this 4-on-4 action. Hudson with it. 23 Plaster. If the power play dries up once Matthews is back, we will know the answer. Either way, it'll suck by March. Yeah, there is definitely plenty of capital D discourse to go this season. Timmins to Marner. Marner! He tried to hook it to Domi. It didn't work. Hudson with it. Habs attacking with numbers here. Hudson. Leafs on the power play now. Habs in the offensive zone, though. Leafs power play is 2 for 2 tonight. Marner up the ice to Domi. He's only got 15 seconds on the power play here. Marner, 1-on-4. Waits for reinforcements. Oh, Marner, what a pass to Willie. Stopped by Montembeault, maybe his best save of the night. 4 seconds to go in this power play, 3:23 to go in the second period. Cassie, also love how I got you one time with 67 and now you count. But fool me once, shame on. Fool me, you won't get fooled again. Da, 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 da. Habs win the faceoff. Habs clear it, and there's the Leafs power play. Producer Drew asking if this mug shows the map when it gets hot. No. It's just really thick and big. And I wanted it. I bought it. Where did I buy it? Florida? It's really thick and big, and I wanted it. 2:55 to go in the second. What? 2:55 to go in the second. 4-1 Leafs. But these two teams are dumb and silly against each other. One thing to keep in mind with Max Pacioretty out is like Berube today made it sound like Yarncroke is not close to coming back. Dewar is, but Yarncroke is not. Pacioretty he's been playing in the top 6 for over a week, so this is going to be a big opportunity for someone. Nice. Gains the zone. Shoots. Where to go? Out of play. 2:24 to go in the second period. Shout out to the 1,600 of you watching this stream right now. 729 likes. That number is smaller than 1,600. Let's get it up to 1,000. Just click like. It helps us, and it takes you 2 seconds. 4 if you're slow. Take a casual 5 seconds and click like. Casual. Real casual about it. OEL at the point. Down low to Domi. Gooley in the corner. Leafs can't hold the zone. Oh, what a pass. Doesn't find Caulfield. Wool out of the net to play it. OEL. Oh, dear. Jack-Eye takes a shot. Wool saves it. 1:57 to go in the second period. James David Atkinson. Also, Daryl Evans played with Whitley in 90, 91. I'm not going to lie. I don't remember who that is. Cassie, you don't need to know 534 gifts in 9 streams so far this season. You are an animal. Holy. David Owens, Nick Robertson get a shot in Patch's spot. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be him or McMahon, right? They can't really afford. Marner just played it with his head on purpose. They can't really afford to play Domi on the wing. They have options, I guess, is the good news, right? I mean, when they put Patches there, I was like, I don't think this is going to work. And then it's been great, right? So. Oh, Domi's going to take a penalty. What are you doing? He's trying to get Savard to go. Oh, that's garbage. That's garbage. Although, Max, you're up 4-1. You didn't need to do this. You could tell, oh boy. When Domi had his helmet pushed over his forehead and he looked up, you knew he was about to go off. He was about to go squirrely. Savard, I believe, is the guy who gave him the nasty cross-check in the first period. So this reaction did not fall out of the sky. Oh, Domi waited. He waited. He was smart enough to not just pop him, at least. Domi going down the tunnel. Savard's trying to argue that he should get nothing. Luke McGrath, Anderson, third man in. Yeah, I don't know how the refs call this. But, like, they're talking to Anderson right now. Yeah, so Anderson can't be third man in because it wasn't a fight. Like, Domi might be getting a misconduct here. They're probably going to try to give him an instigator. But can you give someone an instigator if there was no fight? Dun, 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 dun. 124 to go in the second period. They're about to make a call. Wow. So Domi and Savard, 2 minutes for roughing each, 4-on-4. I think as a Leaf fan, you take that outcome. You take that outcome. Yeah, the graphic said Montreal power play. That's wrong. Yeah, as a Leaf fan, you take that outcome. That's okay. That's okay. Cool. Doug Leaf fan, headlock means a penalty. Well, no, it doesn't. Marchand did get a penalty, I guess. Tanev got a penalty for being headlocked. Willie is out there with Mitch as the two forwards, but it is the Habs with the puck right now. Lane Hudson in his element, being chased by Marner, though. That's a great skating matchup. Jake McCabe. He's being hounded by two Habs. Gets past them, though. How did he hold on to the puck that long? Willie loses it, but Tanev gets it. 46 seconds to go in the second period. This 4-on-4 action will continue into the third period. Nylander. Oh, carving through the Habs again. He needs to get off. He doesn't look tired, though. Drops it for Mitch. Oh, what a move. Oh, to OEL off the side of the net. Ew. 15 seconds to go in the second. Tavares drives the net, turns back. Nice move. Drives the net. Side of the net. Riley. Oh, in front. Stopped by Montembeault again. Tavares. Stopped by Montembeault. At the end of the second period, great flurry there. And the Leafs will take a 4-1 lead into the third period, a little 4-on-4 action to kick it all off. Welcome to the STPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends this is our Saturday night stream, and it's a fun one. A couple super chats, and then we're going to get to intermission entertainment. Sherwin, I think you've missed a couple super chats from the Jesse interview. I know I've got one in there that I don't think you've read. Drew, can you help me look for those during our little break that we're going to take? Thanks, man. Robert Bett, this is the last one I'm going to read, and then we'll go to a clip. Probably in the minority here, but how can we put emphasis on records being broke by players of today, by players of earlier times when the players back then played less games and had different rules? I kind of talk about this in my book. Like, Gretzky did not play fewer games, so that helps. The conversation gets trickier when it comes to like Bobby Orr, Phil Esposito, Maurice Richard, definitely. That's when you sort of look at like goals per game. Era adjusted is really important in that case too. I think you got to appreciate everything for what it is in its time. Like, Gretzky scored against a bunch of mailmen. The goalies back then weren't goalies. All right, fine. The goalies back then weren't as good as goalies today. Gretzky outscored his closest peer of the 80s by over 1,000. So, like, he was at minimum the greatest of his era, and he's still probably the best of all time. What is our intermission clip, Drew? Yeah, we have Mitchkov getting scratched. Or Spooner in studio. Do we have time for both? No? Let's do Natalie Spooner in studio. Let's go.
Welcoming on from the Toronto Scepters, longtime friend of the show, it's Natalie Spooner! Look at this costume change that we just did, by the way.
I know.
It's
We
crazy.
feel like a band.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So Natalie, so first off, last year we found out, obviously we weren't gonna have names ready in time, so you guys had just the city name jerseys, and I think those are probably gonna be collectible now, like they're collector's items. But as of today, at shop.pwhl.com, we can buy these and we can pre-order your jersey.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. I mean, it's historic to think, where we came from, and now to have like a team identity, and for it to be launched and everyone to be able to get their hands on these jerseys, I think will be amazing. And as a player, to be able to look out in the stands and see everyone wearing your jerseys. Last season was pretty cool, even just with the Toronto jersey, but now to have, Toronto Scepters, and it to become an iconic brand in Toronto is the most exciting part.
How close did you get to having a team name last year? Because I know it was just, Toronto PWHL, but you had to obviously make some concessions because there wasn't a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we were close at all. I mean, we just kind of accepted Toronto PWHL Toronto. We just went with it. I'm not sure if there even was talked about that. I mean, the league came together so fast.
Yeah.
Really, if we look back, and I mean, the success that we had was amazing for how fast it came together and everything we were able to do, from breaking record after record after record. It's like, now, where do we go from there? How do we break another record?
Yeah, and I don't think not having the team names hurt the team at all, because I was down there at Mattamy, I was down there at Coca-Cola, and you see the atmosphere and how much people cared about this team. Like, having the team name it didn't really matter.
No, I mean, people embraced us and loved us and cheered us on, and you know what, maybe it even helped, like, just getting the PWHL out there for year one, to have that recognition.
Yeah, it's good branding, right?
Is. Yeah.
I want to say, you guys broke an attendance record that has since been broken because Montreal has more seats than we do at Scotiabank. But I want to know what it was like being on the ice for that game, because I'll tell you, Chris Johnson, who works at this network, said it was the best atmosphere for hockey in Toronto he'd ever seen.
Yeah.
And he's been to every kind of game you can imagine.
Our fans are loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think that was the biggest thing, is you notice like how everyone is so into the game, no matter where they were seated. Like, everyone, it felt like they were on top of you. And I mean, the same when we went to Montreal. That was very loud in there. Like I was like, this probably
They are loud.
not to code. Like I think people are blowing out their eardrums. Like this, maybe they need to like tone it down a little. But yeah, it was crazy. I think it just shows that we have such great fans that are so like want to be involved, want to cheer us on, and help grow our game.
Yeah, it's interesting because I say long time friend of the show. We've known you since you were in, several leagues ago. And, to see the progression of women's hockey in that time, when we did like an outdoor road hockey game with you, I think 8 years ago. And to have imagined this, I think for all of us would have been like the best case scenario. How does it feel to finally be here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a dream come true. I feel lucky that it's in my time of still playing. I think it's something that we've fought for
dominating.
So long.
Sorry, not just playing. Dominating. We were killer last year.
Something that we fought for so long and wanted. And obviously taking, those years off was tough, not knowing what the outcome was going to be. But it really made it all worth it to know that, like, this is something that now we've built and it's sustainable and it's going to be around. And all those little girls, like your daughter, will be able to play professional hockey if she wants and have, like, a full-time career as an athlete and as a hockey player.
I think she'll be more into the interpretive dance side of hockey.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just a little bit dramatic, but just right now.
I took dance as a kid too, so
Listen, I'm taking her to a game this year. So
Yeah, I assume dancing helps with the hockey.
Yeah.
yes, absolute balance.
Yeah.
Yes, of which she has. My daughter has this uncanny ability to have no coordination at any point. So if she falls, her head hits the ground before her hands come out. It's unbelievable. So I got her in gymnastics and I'm teaching her to skate. I tried a little bit last year, a little bit this year. It's not maybe the natural thing, but we'll try. She's going to be a huge fan though.
There you go.
No
there you
matter.
go.
So I guess I want to talk a little bit about last year. And I know Jesse kind of mentioned this before we went on, but your season last year was pretty spectacular. But it ended with a little bit of heartbreak. And I want to talk to you just about the season part of it, and then I'll let Jesse ask the follow-up. What did it feel like to start and be in the first year of this team in Toronto and absolutely go out and crush it, specifically you? Like, I know you're a team person, but you scored a bazillion goals last year, and that had to feel great.
That was the official number.
Yeah, bazillion, actually.
To be honest, it was just like a whirlwind. Like, going into the season, like everything was just happening so fast. And too, like having a little kid, I was literally just trying to stay above water. So it was like every day I would just come in and try to like do the best that I could. And luckily I was able to produce and, put myself in those good spots to help my team score and win. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, it was just like the season was over and it was like, what just happened? Like, where did the season go? It seemed to fly by.
Yes.
And now that Adam kind of buttered you up with the nice part of the season, the part that I'm just fascinated to hear your perspective on is how it ended. Because in Game 3 of the Minnesota series, you get checked into the boards, you get a knee injury, and that kind of derails your whole summer and season. You're done at that point. And then at that time, Toronto's up 2-0 in the series. And it ends with them losing 3-2. How was it watching that from the press box, the 3 games that Toronto lost, and then how has the recovery been throughout the summer?
Yeah. I mean, it was heartbreaking for that to happen and to know that, I wasn't going to be able to be there on the ice for my teammates. But watching them, I still felt super proud. I think like we did play really well. We obviously didn't get the job done, and that's the heartbreaking part. But I thought the team went out there and did leave it all out there. So watching, I was proud. It was also pretty cool to like see, in a sense, like Coca-Cola Coliseum full of fans and cheering them on. And it's like on the ice, sometimes you don't get to see like the exact perspective from the fan side. So, I mean, I'd much rather would have been on the ice, but to see that I think was pretty cool. Just, kind of where the women's game has got to.
And how's the knee?
The knee is good. It's
good.
coming along. I've been skating for, it might be 7 or 8 weeks now. And I mean, from 8 weeks ago, I've come a long way.
Yeah.
So that's huge. And yeah, just continuing to strengthen my quad and make sure it's strong enough to be able to go out there and handle the physicality that our game has. So that'll be the biggest thing.
We tend not to think about this when a player is going through an injury and rehabbing it, but it's not just about how that injury affects you at the rink. Like what's everyday life been like, just having to deal with that at home?
I mean, having a 2-year-old to run after.
Yeah.
The first few weeks were tough because of just like pain, but then after that went away. But then July, I had Rory home with me. And that was tough.
Yep.
I had to buy a leash to like take him outside.
I mean, it's practical.
Yeah.
Like I could not keep up with him.
Right.
Like I couldn't physically run after him. So we stayed inside a lot of the time.
Oh my
But then he went back to daycare in August, so then we were all good. And yeah. But
Yeah.
I lent on a lot of people during that time. Luckily I had neighbors helping to watch when I was going to rehab, and it was a juggling act, but we got through it.
It is. Parenting is early. And how is he?
He's great. He's
Yeah?
great. He's so much fun. He'll be 2 in December, so he's into the no, and I'm my own person, but also like all the cuddles and loves everyone, but is a runner. He's a runner. He likes to run away.
Okay. I'm not surprised
Yeah.
that he's a runner. I'm not
Yeah.
not shocked by that. The jerseys look amazing. What was
Yes.
your reaction when you first saw them?
I love them. I feel like it feels powerful to me. Like the colors are great. I don't know if people saw like the numbers, but on our numbers, there's like these like little scepters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you can
Yeah.
get that.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There it is.
That's
Yeah,
so
that's
cool.
awesome.
Like
Oh.
so slick. Like just the tiny little
details.
details just make them so nice. And yeah, I mean, I'm a fan. I feel like everyone should rock these to the rink.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know what's in this box, and I don't think you do either, but this is supposed to be
Who's opening the magic box?
Steven.
Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, you do the honor.
Cool.
Look at him. He's like, please pick me.
How do I open it?
Here, here.
I don't like ripping things.
For anybody
There you
listening,
go.
there's been a blue box sitting on the desk this whole time, and it's filled with goodies.
Okay, first of all, this
Secret
stuff is
box.
called Easter grass.
Oh.
And my wife hates it because every time we get a box in the house, it goes all over the lawn somehow. Look at this. Okay, so we got a Toronto Scepters
Nice
hat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Adam,
Very
it's going to
cool.
go on your
On my
noggin.
enormous head. Okay.
Your-
All right, let's see how
Is it
this
gonna
goes.
fit?
Yeah, nope.
We got, this is very cool. So this isn't just Scepters.
oh, tote.
Yeah.
Own the ice tote
Nice.
with the, I don't know.
All the
Which
teams.
should I call you guys the original 6? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Original 6. What else we got?
Oh, this is a good one.
Oh, you
Hey.
like this one?
Who's it gonna fit? Who's it gonna fit? Ah!
The answer is
He
me.
wants that.
Feeling it.
You guys did a
Is it a
collab with
medium
Peace Collective.
Or
Yeah.
a large?
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
What size?
It's a large. Sorry, Jesse. Large.
Jesse's, by the way, is wearing a medium jersey, so Steve and I could wear the large jersey.
Slim
so he
fit.
does.
Slim fit.
Slim fit. Yeah.
This is thank you for the support. Who's it signed by?
That's Blair.
Oh,
Hey,
Blair.
Yeah.
very cool. I thought it was you. That's why I was being cheeky, and I'm like, oh, wait a sec, you're not 40. Okay. And
Oh, more.
it's a bag within a box. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's
The
a
hoodie.
It's a hoodie.
very uniquely packaged hoodie. You can see
pretty.
how I thought it was a bag.
Steve, you can tell, has a big family and is used to showing off Christmas presents.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, here, let's all sit around.
You're doing
We do
great
the
with
same
those.
in my family, one at a time.
Watch, everybody.
My wife,
Oh, Urkel pants.
my wife does not come from that kind of family. And she friggin' hates it. This,
Hey.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the black Toronto Scepters.
Beautiful.
I have the matching one, so we can match.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy.
There you go.
Buddy, big fan. Big fan.
So listen, we got to
Sorry, Jesse,
focus
this is
on
also a large.
For those of us who have enormous heads, the one thing I will say is that I can't fit this hat on my head.
Steve Dangle here on the STPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Did I miss some super chats? Sherwin, I think we found it. A couple years ago, I packed a Nathan McKinnon Young Gun. So out of a pack of hockey cards, you got a Nathan McKinnon Young Gun. High gloss, numbered 9 out of 10. I need him to win more cups. He's the reigning MVP. He has a cup. That, I mean, Justin Fisher, if you're watching this, like, can you look up what, I don't even know how you would find what that goes for. There's only 10 of those cards in the world. What are the odds one of them is on eBay? Yeah, Sherwin, what year is it? Well, it must be, if it's a young gun, it would be from the 13-14 season because McKinnon was drafted 2013. But if Sherwin has like an authentic young gun, it would be from that season. If it's a reprint, obviously, yeah, it's not worth as much. Or like the repeat young guns that they're doing now, which is like, it's cool for like the more casual collector, but it's obviously not Like you get a Crosby new young gun versus the actual Crosby young gun. The pack, like this many cards of the Upper Deck Series 1 that Crosby's cards are in are like $200. So Drew said that card that you mentioned, mint 10, not numbered, is going for $700 on eBay. It's graded 10, but it's not numbered. The ungraded one is $280. Basically, you got a really valuable card. Justin Fisher said, that McKinnon card, there's one that's graded 9.5, and the ask is $25,000. That's the ask, though. You never go with what they're asking for on eBay because that's not the value. That's the value to buy it. But if you can find a card that has bids on it, that's people going, I'm willing to pay at least this much money. And that gives you a much better idea. Luke McGrath, best non-pro to ever play for Rachel's Raiders. Ooh. All right, Harrison Brown doesn't count because that's a pro. Daniel Schiffer's a really, really good player. We have a guy named Brian Game. He's one of the instructors with my learn to play skates. He's extremely good. Dude, producer Hayden is great. Producer Hayden's a great player. We're lucky. We've had some pretty good players. Scott Wheeler's a really good player. We didn't have him this year. We had him last year. He's really good. Luke. Oh wait, no, that was Luke McGrath. Don Sweeney is in attendance of tonight's Leafs game. That is Bruins general manager. I wouldn't look into that trade-wise. It's probably a GM looking at two teams in his division. Justin Fisher saying there's a similar Patrick Kane card and it's going for $18K. So basically you have a very, very, very high-end card. Protect it with your life. Sorry, folks, just tweeting out the stream. Third period coming up here on the STPN YouTube channel. I have a 1-2-1 record on Saturday nights, which means the Leafs have a 1-2-1 record. They are looking to improve that. John Tavares stretching his neck on the bench reminded me. I asked Chris Chelios at the Easter Seals tournament yesterday. I go, how many times have you been under the knife? And he goes 7 times on this knee. And he points at one of his knees. He's had 7 operations on one knee. He's had 2 operations on another. A couple sports hernia surgeries. I forget a few of them, but post-playing career, he broke his neck. He was doing some sort of water sport, and he got the Jack Eichel disc replacement. And he is in, he's in his, 50s? He's in incredible shape. Incredible shape still. He's talking about, I'll eventually have to get the hip done. No big deal. No big deal. Third period is underway, by the way. Nylander is out there with Mitch. Oh, it's 4-on-4. I forgot. Leafs win it back, but they win it back too hard. They're in their own end. So who's coming out of the box here? It's Domi and David Savard. And here they both come out of the box. Are they both going to the bench? It looks like it. Yeah, Robertson is out there, but he loses the puck. This is going to be a 3-on-2 here for Montreal. Botch pass is going to lead to a potential 3-on-2 going the other way. Here's William Nylander. Curls back. Finds the man in the slot. Tavares skating a little too quick. Pass was into his feet. Robertson in pursuit of Lane Hudson. Hudson up the ice. Finds Brendan Gallagher. 2-on-1. Josh Anderson in alone. Stopped by the glove of Joseph Woll. Fun pace to start the third, but one that Craig Berube will probably not like. Robertson to the line, but not out. Tanev gets it out. Tavares has Nyes with him. Someone with a very loud F word. Tavares centered it for Nyes. Didn't work. Here come the Habs. Gallagher. His pass is turned aside by Timmins. Benoit gains center and dumps it. Collides with Struble pretty good. Robert Bett saying 4-1 Toronto. Uh-oh. Shut up. Whoa! Struble puts it on, drives the net. Stopped by Woll. 17:46 to go in the third. Doug Leafin. Yes, Rachel's Raiders were the top fundraisers again this season. I'll talk about that at a commercial break. Cassie, if Crosby was healthy during his prime, how many points and goals do you think he would be at right now? Would the Pens have more cups? There's a real good chance they at least get to the cup final another time. Like, who made it out of the East in 2012? The Devils. Crosby's fully healthy. You're telling me that happens again? The Kovalchuk, Clarkson, old Brodeur Devils. They at least get to the final again. Would they beat the Kings? I don't know. But they get to the final again. If Crosby hadn't gone through that, do the Penguins have an easier time with the 2013 Bruins, who swept them in the Eastern Conference Final? There's a lot of what ifs. I'm trying to remember the season where they... Oh my gosh! Matthew Nyes just destroyed Juraj Slavkovsky. Slav is back up, though. He collides with Nyes again, and Nyes wins that puck battle. Oh, Habs come up with it, though. Hudson! That one goes wide. I think Woll might have got a piece of it. Holy Toledo, that collision. Marner airmails it to center ice. What a collision of bodies. Holy cow. Here come the Habs. OEL blocks that shot. Fourth line out there for the Leafs. Or partially. Marner's out there instead of Reeves. Maybe they just want to see him with Kampf more. Apparently they're magic. Shout out Adam Wilde, who talked about their chemistry. I believe on the last show. On the penalty kill. And then they connect for a shorthanded goal. Shot from Jack-Eye from the point. Doesn't go in. Oh boy, Struble! Stopped by the blocker of Woll. Another shot wide. Oh boy, the Habs are emptying the tank here. That shot doesn't make it through. Leafs have got to be absolutely exhausted. Remember, second half of a back-to-back. Puck deflected into the crowd. Mercifully at that point. They're going to show that Nyes collision with Slavkovsky again. That's about as hard as Slavkovsky's been hit in his career. Holy cow. Sherwin on that McKinnon card. My card is original, 2013, not graded, but has been in a hard protective sleeve since about 12 seconds since we realized it was numbered. You might want to get that graded, dude. Face off in the Leaf zone. Tanev comes up with it. Oh, Tavares, good defensive play there. He's had a number of those over the past few games. McMahon out there in place of Max Pacioretty. Can't get anything done there with William Nylander. He'll have to skedaddle back. Evans can't get his shot through. He's had kind of a tough game. David Savard can't hold the line. He's got to pass it to Gooley. Gooley dumps it. Wool. Whoa! Out of the net to play it. I don't know what happened there. Puck took a funny bounce. He tripped. He's back in his net now. And in position. Reeves pressuring the point. Whoa! Finishes his check. Tavares. And Tanev get it out. Leafs sitting back a bit too much here. On the Tony Hand thing, James David Atkinson says Darrell Evans played briefly for the Leafs. Oh, and scored the winner in the miracle on Manchester for the Kings versus Oilers. Our very tenuous link to Gretzky. Whoa. See, Tony Hand is interesting, Adam Wild. Justin Fisher asked me if I have a graded card. I do not. Robert Malloy informing me that Chelios is 62. He looks like dynamite for 62, man. Unreal. He was so good for us. Really fun to talk to. You might be surprised. He doesn't like Mike Babcock. Habs put it on. Wool covers it up. 14:25 to go in the third. There's still a lot of time here. Still a lot of time. There is a lot of time, Drew. It's the Leafs. It's the Leafs. It's 3 goals. How long have you been doing LFR? This is season 4 for you, right? He says usually you can see it coming. Yeah, usually. You know how I see it coming? Red, white, and blue. Right there. All bets are off. Oh, my God. Nice. Up to Domi. Domi tries to throw the handles on Hudson. Doesn't work. Hudson takes the puck off him easily. Way too easily. Domi does not look comfortable at all. I don't like that. Leafs don't play till Tuesday. And they're at home. They stay at home, so that's good. No travel. Habs driving the net. Marner with a kick pass denies. That helps the Leafs get out of the zone. Timmins to center. Timmins takes the puck for a little bit of a walk here. Goes around Hudson late in his shift. Allows his line mates to switch off. Nylander's out there. McCabe out there. McMahon out there. Tim Hales, when can you say the culture has finally changed? It's not an exciting answer, but the playoffs. Like, the culture definitely seems like it has changed. It does. But it's November. Like, who gives a good gosh darn? And they call that icing. Exactly 13 minutes to go in the third period. Yeah, producer Drew says if they win the division, nah. Playoffs. They won the Canadian division. I know it's not the same, but it's comical how almost identical the Atlantic division looks right now to last year. I don't know. I think this team's going to take a step and this. Nope. It's the same. It's the same. Here are the 4 good ones. Here's the 4 not so good ones. Robert Bet, who you got, Nyes or the Hulk? Nyes. He's more agile. Drew says, are you more excited or less excited to play the Bruins or Lightning in the playoffs? The Leafs have a better chance against the Lightning. They've played them very well since losing that series to them. And then they beat them. But, like, I just feel like the Leafs story won't be totally complete until they find a way to beat the Bruins in a playoff series. I don't know if my heart could take it, though. I know my brain can't. Kampf with a good block there. I know. Playoff format sucks. But, like, the Leafs can't complain about it because, yeah, they keep losing to Boston, but, like, you've lost to Columbus and Montreal also. Win. Just win. Beat the team in front of you. Who gives a damn who they are? Shot. Goes into the corner. Habs with a lot of pressure. Like, the Leafs are definitely kind of sitting back here in the third period. Shot by Caulfield. That goes out of play. Good. Jay Korskaden staying back. Need a swearing timeout. I don't know if swearing's going to help. Like, I think they're just tired, man. Second half of a back-to-back, third period. Habs have been forechecking the hell out of the Leafs all night. Corrupted. Steve, I think I got producer Drew's book based on what you signed in it. I was the Avs fan at the London signing. Oh, ha. Thanks again. Dangle dial strong. Oh, you're the guy who likes the Dangle dial. You're the only person. God, I hope Adam heard that. Drew liked it. Shut up. Jeff Blair didn't even like it. One man liked it. What are you thinking of? Drew cut out. Michael Borland, Ridley Gregg, first game back since the Riley incident last year. Do they go after him? If so, who do you think it will be? Reeves is too big. I'm thinking Domi. The best revenge on Ridley Gregg is beat his team. Like, Riley got his revenge by cross-checking him in the head. You know what I mean? Like, to me, the revenge shouldn't be, oh, let's get him. Like, you need to win. You need to win that game. The whole reason that event happened is because you lost. James Stemler. The Leafs don't look identical, obviously, but I've always thought, oh, no, sorry. They don't look identical, obviously, but I've always thought Nyes had a little bit of a young Ashton Kutcher in him. No one can change my mind. I see it. I do see it. I understand what you're saying. The flow helps. Oh, Drew's thinking of Dangle data, which we need to do more of. It's I know. I had a baby in a book and I ruined a good idea. It's all right. We'll get it going. We'll get it going again. Puck is dropped in the Leaf zone. Habs with it. Matheson on. Stop by Wool. He's allowed one goal on, I believe that'll be the 20th shot of the night. Yes, for the Montreal Canadiens. What did I tell you? Is this game not going kind of exactly how I said it would? Habs have almost tied the shots. It's 21-20. Yes, it's score effects. But I think it's all the other things I mentioned too. The hard forecheck, the second half of a back-to-back. It's all of that. Tanev into the corner from Marner. Marner stripped of the puck by Caulfield. Tanev with a great play to get it off him, though. Habs get it back. Matheson. The third period is less than halfway done, man. I'm telling you. I will not be comfortable yet. Marner plays it with his head again. He intentionally played the puck with his head again. Oh, my God. Washington's up 8-1 on St. Louis? What the How did the Leafs lose to those guys twice? Ovechkin still doesn't have a hattie. Oh, there's 90 seconds left. Give it time. Nyes in the corner. Habs with it as the Leafs change. Oh, Florida beat Philly in the shootout. Here come the Habs. Oh! They center it, but it's taken away. Willie puts that puck way too far ahead of Tavares. And now the Habs counterattack. Puck taken off Gallagher, trying to draw a call. Nylander to OEL. OEL's been kind of around it tonight. McMahon to Nylander behind the net. Oh, great play by Nylander to Tavares. Shot! Stopped by Montembeault. Gallagher with a slash on Nylander. You're a goof. Marner playing the puck with his head twice. And it was like kind of practical both times. What a funny guy, man. Commercial break. Cassie, got them Leafs tickets for my trip. Ready to boo. How dare you? Robert Bett, do you think Martin St. Louis is thinking about his next job? So here's my thing with Martin St. Louis. I think sometimes a guy should not be a head coach. Martin St. Louis, before he began coaching the Montreal Canadiens, basically had no head coaching experience. He was just Martin St. Louis, which is a good resume to have. It's good to be Martin St. Louis, but he had no coaching experience. They would never do this, but like, couldn't you bring in a head coach and have him be assistant and it would probably go well? Like, I kind of like what he's done for their culture, you know? I kind of like what he's done for development, but at the end of the day, the team stinks. They can't defend. A lot of that's personnel, but I don't know. I feel like there's value to having Martin St. Louis with your team. I just don't know if he's long-term the head coach. Thank you, Jay Slice, in the chat there. Oh, Cassie said not the Leafs, silly, the other teams. My bad. I forgot who you were coming to Toronto to watch. James David Atkinson. Tony Hand is always interesting when you get a 22-year-old with autism to deep dive his local team and go off on a tangent. Adam is just a hater of our guy. Yes. Jared Martin. Cassie trip to Toronto? She better be on the SDP. Na 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 na. Under 10 minutes to go here. Domi laying the body. He doesn't look right. I worry about him. Had to slam on the brakes there. The Habs' relentless forecheck has fizzled a little bit over the last couple of minutes. Leafs dump it. Holmberg after it. Best the Leafs can do is, oh, Benoit going for maybe an ill-advised hit. Misses it. Shows trust in Timmins. Montembeault out of the net to play it. Turns it over. Benoit driving the net. Pass to Holmberg. Holmberg runs over Montembeault, and Holmberg's getting attacked now. I think he might have hurt Montembeault. New hook. Gloves cemented on. Oh. So Jesse is at the game, and he saw Domi got demolished behind the play. And it was from behind. Who is this? Number 15? Oh, boy. It is a hard hit, and he did not know it was coming at all. Leafs are getting a power play here. What? I'll take it. St. Louis is not happy. I understand it. Cassie goes, Chad, I have anxiety. I can't. I get it. Robert Bet, I know this is off topic, but did you and Jesse ever get your apples? No. Adam's a bad friend. Piece of crap. All right, the Leafs start a power play with under 9 minutes to go in this game. Marner to Nylander. Nylander to Marner for a one-timer. Stopped by Montembeault. A minute 42 to go in this power play. 8:32 to go in this game. Drew, Jesse sent that video to the chat. Is that number 15 I'm seeing who hits Domi? It's in the Five Guys chat. Riley. Sorry. Nylander. Down low to Mitch. Mitch in front to Tavares, but he airmails it. A minute 34 to go in this power play. 8:24 to go in the third. So, Drew, I know I keep saying, like, oh, I don't know, there's lots of time left. Leaf score in this power play, I'll finally feel good. Yeah, you can't see the number either. Domi got drilled from behind. It's not great. It's blindside for sure. It's blindside, yeah. Like, it's not like Tanner Jeannot, but it's bad. Habs come in, shoot shorthanded. Do not score. Now here come the Leafs. 3-on-2. Marner stops up, shoots it himself. Stopped by Montembeault. I don't hate that play. Minute to go in this power play. 7:50 to go in the third. Riley. I know. Leafs power play slump begins again. Robertson takes it behind the net. Gets it to the point for OEL. Timmins. Pass doesn't connect with Robertson. McMahon and Robertson. Robertson for Domi. Domi out of reach. Timmins to Domi. Domi to Timmins. To OEL. Shoots! Oh, that was well placed. High and wide, though. Domi. Timmins! Blocked. And this is going to be an odd man rush for the Montreal Canadiens. It's going to be a partial break for Josh Anderson. Oh, OEL, great effort to get back. And the Leafs are going to get an odd man rush here. Domi. OEL, McMahon. Domi! Stopped! Montembeault, it's under him. And Jack-Eye with a headlock on OEL. That was exciting. You know what? I don't hate that decision from Marner to shoot at all. It's not always going to work. Like, when people are asking Marner to shoot more, it's not like, what? It's going to work every time, stupid. It's just, it's better to shoot than all these plays we saw early on where no shot on goal was happening. Jay Slice, how many goals is a touchdown in hockey? I'd say 7. Right, Drew? I'd say 7. 6? Okay. Yeah, when they get to 7, you say that the extra point is good. Okay, that's fair. Fourth line, featuring Reeves in the offensive zone against Montreal. But now they come the other way. Slafkovsky. Oh, I was wondering why he bailed on the play. He has no stick. I was like, well, that's a terrible attitude from the youngster. Oh, he has no stick. Yeah, nope. Forwards need those. Puck out of the reach of Doc. Reeves. Oh, boy. Reeves late in his shift. D-zone. Not great, Bob. Lorentz taken down. Doc, stop by Wall. Wool didn't know where the rebound was for a second. Slavkovsky battling Benoit. Kampf, Benoit, Reeves. Airmails it out. That's offside. Good job. Corrupted. Austin returns in team skids. What do you do? Wait for them to not skid anymore. This team has made Austin Matthews work before. He ain't the problem. No way. Drew says Oliver Ekman-Larsson has made it so that the a Leaf has worn every number. 95 was the last number? Really? It's funny because a lot of those numbers have been filled out over the last 5-6 years. Reeves was 75, yeah. Brody at 78. Joseph Wool at 60. Really? David Kampf at 64. That's surprising too. Bunting at 58. Wow. Jesse saying that the hit on Max Domi was from Alex Newhook. It's bad, man. He might get fined. I wish we could show it on the stream. What's that, Drew? Yeah, it's a Leaf player getting hit by a Hab. Friggin' George Peros is going to be like, good job. He might give him a bonus. Colin Campbell, we just thought we would let you know that Toronto Maple Leaf appears to have gotten a concussion. Yes! Oh, was that out loud? Sorry, I usually keep those in my head. The Bruins were outshot 12-0 by the Sens in the third period, but they're going to overtime. That's crazy. Robert Bet, you don't need a stick, just your foot. That's fair. Hey, before the end of the stream, get us to 1,000 likes. We're so close. Click like. Click subscribe, gosh darn it. Tell all your friends. And welcome to the 130 new members so far. Drew asking St. Louis got to pull the goalie soon. Probably should. 3 goals is goalie pull territory. It used to not be. Growing up, it wasn't. Growing up, 2 goals wasn't even really goalie pull territory. Leafs clear it, and they clear it well. A little over 5 minutes to go in the third. Hudson way up the ice. Oh. Shot from Caulfield. That goes high. Exactly 5 minutes to go in the third period. Oh, boy. So now that we're at the 5-minute mark, there's potentially extra penalties for if you go after a guy. And I can't help but feel like Domi is... I tell you what, I think Domi's going to go after someone, and if he doesn't, I'll know he's actually hurt. Shots 26-21 in favor of Toronto. They've gotten a few shots recently. Jack-eye, that goes into the corner. Yeah, the Habs pushback has really died here. Wool out of the net to play it. To Marner. Oh, Jake McCabe was just coming on the ice. I don't think he knew the puck was there. Domi shovels it out. Nye's giving chase. Him and Jack-eye, they're about to collide. Beef. Nyes takes it off him. Holmberg tried to turn it back the other way. It didn't work. Habs in the Leaf zone. Holmberg off the boards and out to Nick Robertson, who's flying. He waits for help. He can't get the puck to help. And here comes Montreal again. OEL and Riley back there. Holmberg takes it in deep. Can't get the shot off. Habs go back the other way. Weeb God. Hey, Steve, any chance to come closer to Windsor for a book signing? I've asked for it a number of times. We're just simply running out of days. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to make it work. I want to, though. I badly want to. It's, along with Ottawa, probably like our number one most requested. If you say it weird, requested sounds like Rick Westhead. You ever thought about that? David Kampf to John Tavares. What? Oh, I think Kampf is the left winger on the Tavares Nylander line right now as a shutdown line. 3 minutes to go in this game, hopefully. Tanev deep for Kampf. Kampf taken down by Newhook, who shouldn't even be in this game. Dirty player. Kampf whips it around. Tanev whips it around. Nylander to the point. Leafs just kind of toying with Montreal right now. Like, they're checked out. There was such a push from Montreal, and around the halfway mark of this period, it died. It totally died. What was the score last night? 3-1? You have two games in a weekend. You allow 2 goals. That's pretty good, man. 2 different goalies as well. Joseph Woll has had a pretty solid game. Leafs decor has had a pretty solid game. Montembeault out of the net to play it. 1:45 to go in the third. Suzuki taken into the boards decently hard there. Oh, Doc dumps OEL. OEL thought about going after him. OEL throws the body at Slavkovsky. Tries to clear it. Nice. Blasted on. Nope. Into the corner. The Habs seem determined to get a piece of the Leafs on the way out here. Yeah. Oh, they've 100% conceded the game, Drew. Yes. Like bizarrely. Like, this is, I said I love the St. Louis culture in Montreal. Like, this is not good. Like, just bailing on games. Under a minute to go here. I'll get to that after the final horn. Oh, good defensive stick from Ryan Reeves. He misses the pass to Holmberg. McMahon's out there. Yeah, Reeves should probably play the rest of the game. These guys are running around being idiots. Reeves carries it into the O-zone. Oh, Jorge, belt prediction? Connor Timmins. You think Willie? I mean, it's not a bad pick, but like the belt is like it's almost like the dude who needs it cup. Like Robertson got it last night. He didn't get a goal and assists. Like, he just hustled really well. So Robertson, I feel like would also want to give it to a guy who's like on the fringes of the lineup, and he would give it to Timmins. His first goal in like a year. Leafs win 4-1 over the Montreal Canadiens in LFR tonight. 23 plaster. That's Montreal. Even better for St. Louis. Gives up. Yeah, man. Like, that game was going basically exactly how I said it would until about 10 minutes to go in the third. They were like, man, we're probably not going to win. I mean, if I knew they were just going to bail, Drew, I would have felt a lot more comfortable. Brandon Graham. 2 things. Can the Leafs please trade Robertson for Brandon Tanev? Also, the goalie's cap hit for the Leafs combined for less than Justin Hall's. Yep, that's crazy. I like Brandon Tanev. Jason Robertson or Nick Robertson, sorry. I'm not ready to do that. Also, isn't Brandon Tanev on like a ridiculously long contract? Let's look it up. Brandon Tanev. Still with the Seattle Kraken. He is signed. Oh, his 6-year contract is finally coming to an end. He signed a 6-year, $21 million contract, $3.5 million against a cap. This is the final season. Then he's a UFA at age 33. This season, he has 3 goals, 1 assist in 15 games. Yeah, Nick Robertson? He has a career high 16 goals. Nick Robertson. No. 3.5. No. I'm not even going to do the Brittany Broski thing where I'm like, well, nope. Book signing tomorrow. Chapters in Ajax. Hope to see you there. I got another one coming up, Yorkdale Mall. Oh, yeah, there is only one Chapters in Ajax, Drew. Thank you very much. Oh, my God, I'm such an idiot. I got to get the word out high and wide. High and far and wide. That the Halifax signing is where it is. What an idiot. I think that's it. We're going to wrap it, and I'll get to shooting the LFR. Folks, that was a fun one. Saturdays, we improved to 2-2-1. We're at Bettman 500. Worst ways to be in the Leafs. Second in the Atlantic. Not far behind the Florida Panthers all of a sudden. Fun. Very fun way to be. But for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video, the stream. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. SDP VIP. It's the place to be. Bottom right corner. Become an SDP VIP today.